Alright, so I'm going to show you how to use Alouette's 3 new eyeshadows. We've got Sherry, Sangria, and Rose. So I'm going to show you how you can do real easy, quick, effortless look with these colors. They're a little different from other colors that Alouette has released, so I'm going to show you a really easy way and fun way to use them. So first I started out with applying Heavenly Sheen all over the lid up to underside of the brow. I'm going to take my shadow brush from Aloette and we're just going to dip it into Sangria. Now I'm a little blind, so let me do this. So you're going to take Sangria, tap off any excess, and just start by tapping it on the outer corner of the eye. You're remaining on the lid. Do the same thing on the other side, just a little bit of color. So now what I'm going to do is take off any excess product, and I'm actually going to take whatever's on the lid, on the outer corner, and just drag it through the crease. Doing like a little rainbow kind of motion. Just so you can get that soft rose through your, Sangria. Now you can use Sangria as a full lid color if you want. You can use it as an accent color. Right now I'm actually just going to use it as a contour shade. So it's remaining on the lid, and then as you blend it out, you're going to blend it in an upwards motion. Just like a little rainbow. And this can be a really easy everyday eye. And then no color on the brush, I'm just going to continue to blend that upwards. So just doing little circular motions, light fade. Take this one, so I'm going to take Sherry, and I'm going to use my eye contour. I like this one for using shimmer-based shadows. That again, it prevents fallout, but I find everyone finds their own use for each brush. So this shade is literally just gonna go right by, like right beside where we applied Sangria to about the center of the lid. And it's all about taking the time to blend out. Then I'm gonna go back to my flat head brush and just blend it into each other to make sure it is seamless. Okay. And then finally we're going to take Rose, just so we can sort of make the shimmer a little lighter. And what we're gonna do is we're actually just gonna put it on the center of the lid to the inner corner. And then blend thoroughly. And then if you want a bit more of like a metallic finish to it, all you have to do is use your finger. Any shimmers are always a little bit easier to pick up with the finger because it helps to melt it in. And then what you're going to do is you're just going to blend it all across. And I'm just going to take Sangria again, and I just want to intensify it right on the outer corner. Now you don't have to use any eyeshadow to the extent of its color that's in the pan. Take your time and blend it out to what you would like to see it as. Flathead brush, because we don't want it to be too intense. And we're just going to bring it along the lower lash. You just want a hint of color. You don't want it to be too strong. Just it helps to bring everything together. Eyeliner. So I've got the waterproof eyeliner here in black. You can use brown, personal preference. And I'm just going to apply it like so along the lash line, just to define the lash line a bit more. Then I like to take the angle brush for liner, and I'm just gonna put just a little bit of the liner onto the brush itself, just so I can get like a little light application. And this is just gonna help to fill in the lower lash line, because my lower lash line is very sparse. And then we're gonna go in with A-List mascara. And then I'm just putting on a little bit of the Spun Silk blush. I used the angle brush at first, and then I'm just using the powder brush just to diffuse it out a bit more. And that's it. So, to recap, you don't have to use necessarily all colors in one look. You could definitely use them as accent colors. So there's a couple palettes that I know that Aloette has that works perfectly, but this is a great sort of everyday, or even just a way to have a bit more fun with your makeup, as opposed to using, you know, the neutrals all the time. Thanks. So just one more thing I want to touch base on regarding the 3 eyeshadows is that sometimes they can be a little daunting to put something that's not a taupe or a navy or some type of nude on the lid. So some easy tips, depending on what type of skin you are applying it to. If they happen to be more on the fair side, I would avoid using maybe heavily using Sangria. Sangria, sometimes if you put it too much on the lower lash line, it can make the eye look a little sore, especially on fair skin types. However, if you're maybe like a medium to a deep skin tone, absolutely go for it. You can do a really fun smoky eye, whether it's for day or night. Either one of these two, so either Sherry or Rose, will really complement everyone. Myself, before I got back from our trip from Curacao, I was as fair can be. So initially, sometimes some colors can be a little harsh on some skin tones. So just keep that in mind, that maybe don't use as much Sangria on fair skin types. You can still use it. Just really make sure that you blend everything out. And in another video, I will be showing you how to go from this to maybe more of an evening wear, no matter what your age might be. But just to show you how to have a little bit more fun with your makeup and to know that, you know, you don't have to do the same look all the time. Okay? So you should be seeing that soon.